熊さん、どこ？敵の戦闘力はこちらより上だ。火力を集中しろ。
Happy Friday, everyone! Welcome to the Steps Turbo channel, where tonight we're going to roll it back in time to celebrate the legendary shoot-em-ups of Toaplan. I'm your host, Steps Turbo, joined as always by Zod Rider, and tonight we have a very special guest, the Shmup Sensei himself, Brooklyn Menace. Lock and load, pilots! It's Toaplan time! Lock and load! Welcome to the stream. We got the Shmup Sensei today.
Steps, you just renamed my channel.
It's a good name, dude.
I've been looking to rename
it.
And
everything.
The logo, actually, for an AI logo, I thought it was pretty damn good. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Normally, you could tell. That one, I was like, They did a pretty good job on that one.
I don't know. AI is getting pretty good, guys. I mean,
have you watched me play shoot 'em ups? I wouldn't use the term sensei.
I was having some fun, man. That's all it was. I'm glad you have a sense of humor. Because the whole reason I wanted Brooklyn on the show to talk about Toaplan was like back in the day we had that show that you ran, the Friday Night Rcade Show, and we had all the games of the iircade. A lot of them were shmups, and this is how I was introduced to Toaplan. Like, I really didn't know Toaplan from anything. I didn't really play too many shmups. I think when I was a kid, I had ADD. I might have turned on a shmup or two and been like, died right away, and probably just gave up and said, this game's not for me. And through playing games on the iircade and learning about all these awesome Toaplan games, I've really become an enthusiast of the shooters, and I definitely have Brooklyn Menace and the Friday Night Rcade Show to thank for that. So thank you, Brooklyn Menace.
You're welcome. There's so much fun shoot 'em ups. Like, it's one genre of video games I just never get tired of.
Yeah. Let's check into the chat real quick. We got Brooklyn Menace here, of course.
Oh, that guy's a jerk. Kick him out.
Biggie D is here. Biggie D. Meatball Saucy, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. We got Israel Gaming. How's everyone doing?
What's up, Israel?
I did start a pool. Meatball Saucy saying he voted for Batsugan.
So did I.
There's 4 killer titles in that. What did I put in there? Zero Wing.
They're all great.
Hellfire, Truxton, and Batsugan. So there you go. Yes, I did say in this the Rexer stream where he said that Shiloh had been injured in an accident, that I prayers for Shiloh, because I've met Shiloh. Shiloh is a really good guy, really tall guy too. But New Wave Toys are good people. They've been a good friend of the channel, and they actually even donated last year when I was doing fundraising for Give Kids a World Village. And so I wish nothing for the best for Shiloh, and hopefully the future of New Wave Toys as he recovers. We got a whole bunch of Biggie D comments. Biggie D is hyped. Great guest, he says. Great guest. Israel Gaming asking, what's up? So, yeah, what's up, Zod Rider? You haven't talked much yet.
Not a whole lot is up. I'm happy to be here tonight, though, for sure. This is all the games in your poll are great. So
that's not just all the games we're going to talk about. I just thought, what are the best Toaplan games?
No,
if
but
I can only put
out
four.
Out of a whole collection, if you're going to pick four, that's those are.
It's hands down Guardian. Sorry,
Guardian.
that's the worst Toaplan game.
Oh, was that a non-shmup?
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was like, I'm pretty sure. And there was like Warlock, I think was another one, right? Outzone. Outzone was good though.
Outzone's good.
I love Outzone. That's a real fun one. That's more like a running gun, like Contra. So the one thing I've been discovering lately is playing these console ports. And in the introduction I just did, I pulled some footage from the TurboGrafx CD version.
I was gonna
of Hellfire.
I was gonna ask you, have you played the TurboGrafx CD version of Hellfire, which is phenomenal?
So when I was so I was in Ohio over the weekend. I've been in Ohio a lot lately for work, but I went to Ohio again over the weekend because I was driving between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh because I went and met Bruce Dickinson at a convention in Cincinnati, and then I drove to Pittsburgh to see a show Saturday night. And I stopped at this gaming store called Stone Age Gamer. Yeah, in Ohio, Saline, Ohio. And I bought a Turbo EverDrive in person, and I was just cherry picking some TurboGrafx CD games to put on the EverDrive because I got the Pro version that'll play the CD games. And of course, I had to pick. I saw Hellfire, and I'm like, oh, there's a CD version of Hellfire. We're putting that in, and the music is just crazy good.
Yeah, wonderful.
Now I know the gameplay is a little bit weaker than the arcade or the Mega Drive game, but the cutscenes and the music like really make up for it. So you've played the PC Engine CD versions, Oddrider?
Oh yes, thoroughly. Yes.
I think the consoles editions are a bit easier than the arcade versions.
The arcade version is definitely tough. I play the arcade version a lot on the iircade still.
Hellfire is cool. Like it's all about like choosing which direction fire you're going to use. Some of those boss fights, like if you're shooting in that X form, that's going to help in certain areas. And in the boss fights, there's like a specific area, so you got to get behind the boss and then shoot in a straight line where it goes in front and behind you. So it's a different type of shoot 'em up. You can easily get confused in that game just switching fire.
I'm going to share this screen real briefly. I know it might cause an echo, but I just want people to get an idea of what this game is if that they don't know.
Don't get copyright. Music.
Yeah, would you get it for a Hellfire though? I don't know. But you can see how when you're using the ship that it will change the directions of your shot. Now the challenging part for me is cycling that shot, especially on something like a TurboGrafx controller where I'm like have one button for cycling the shot to different directions and one button for fire. And so it gets you're almost like you have to memorize which one it is. Like, is it the fourth press through or the second that I want? Because you have to get really familiar with those shots to be able to adequately control your plane and what you're doing, because the enemies are coming from all sorts of different directions, and changing the direction of your shot is imperative. And there's not too many shmups that I've played that are like that. It's very unique. It was definitely the first one I did. I think Andro Dunos does as well on the Neo Geo. If I'm mistaken, let me know, Brooklyn.
There's a couple of shooters on TurboGrafx that have some similar mechanics. I can't think of the name right now, but there is one that is kind of like Hellfire in the way that you can adjust your weapon systems,
Hmm.
but
Well,
it's not quite like directional. That's kind of a unique aspect to
yeah,
Hellfire.
yeah. I don't even think in Hellfire you don't even have any kind of smart bomb. It's just different directional firing, and it gets tough pretty fast. You know, but it's one of those games where if you have patience, keep keep at it, you start to learn where you need to start switching your weapon. But that's a different mechanic. That's what's cool about Toaplan is they didn't only stick to one format. They have in a lot of their shoot 'em ups, like Slap Fight, for instance, you got that whole risk reward. You're catching the stars, and you either want to start saving them up or use them really fast. Usually, when I start that game, I'll start using the stars pretty quick to buy speed, so I can avoid the bullets. And then it's like, so it screws with you because you want to get those stars and keep building them up, and at the same time, you're at risk of losing them all. You know, if you take one hit.
Slap fight. I remember when that it was that the turn to play that game on your channel, and that's a very it looks very simple, but it's very hard.
Yeah,
I will share that real quick because I got it up.
it does look very simple. It's an older game, but it's just a genius formula for a game. So you can see at the bottom, you have all of those different abilities that you can buy. You can actually widen up your wings, but you have to, they all have a price. And the only way to get to it is getting those stars. But of course, by trying to get the stars, you wind up getting greedy and then getting taken out by an enemy because you're going for the star instead of concentrating. So it's like a balance. But you could see why I go for the speed first. I'll try to like crank up the speed 2 or 3 notches because look how fast the enemies are shooting, and you can't move too fast when you start.
Yeah, I just remember this one being a lot tougher than it looks, but I think if with a lot of practice, it's probably a lot easier to get through the first couple levels.
Yeah, this one takes practice starting to get familiar with what's coming up.
You gotta die and die and die in order to get
Yeah.
good at each game, and it's interesting. It's interesting with shmups because like when I play shmups, I it's like playing a completely different game each time, and it's like you're learning how to play that game, and you just keep dying in the level until you master it. Then you get through that level, no problem. Get to the next level, and then you master it, and so forth and so on. So it's eventually you get to the point where you can just beat the whole game in less than an hour. Most of these games, but at first it's like you're playing hours until you actually master each game, and if you don't play that game for a while, you're gonna have to go back and memorize it all over again. And it's very addictive. It's definitely got like the almost like the Tetris and Dr. Mario addiction to it. Or I could see why a lot of people like pinball. It's a very similar concept. It's just I've gotten my adrenaline and my enjoyment more playing the shmups. And this was kind of Toaplan was kind of the start of it for me. I do know the Slap Fight Mega Drive version has a soundtrack by Yuzo Koshiro, and the Mega Drive version is supposed to be better than the arcade. It goes for like $500 or something insane.
Yeah, that's one thing I could tell you. If you're somebody that collects video games and physicals like I do, uh, you can't go wrong with collecting shoot 'em ups. They always go up in value. It's just something about those games. They hold their value, and they don't make a lot of them because it's not the most popular category of video game, currently. but the people that love them are hardcore. So when they're gone, the prices shoot up on those.
Well, there's got to be something to them that the way they've been re-releasing them now over the last few years. They've
Yeah.
been really putting them out with the
Been,
with the physical Toaplan collection for Sega Genesis, and yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they have Slap Fight coming out, but I think they did a pre-order. I don't know if you can get it now. I would love to pick that up if they have any extras. You know what I mean?
Are
I'm
they
like,
calling it Slap Fight, or are they calling
is
it by
Slap
its
Fight.
original name?
It's Slap Fight and Grindstormer, the two that they're supposed to be coming out from Retrobit right now, for Genesis. Yeah.
Retrobit's been killing it with their releases. Oh my god, lots of great stuff coming out of there.
Well, M2 shot triggers, they're the best when it comes to their Toaplan releases. They get everything exact, like down to the T, stuff that the average person wouldn't even know the difference of. I have pretty much everything from them on physical for Switch. I just picked up the Toaplan Collection 1 and 2, and it's like I have all these games already. I have them all
Yeah.
on my iircade. I have them all on
On your
my Evercade. But it's like I just love them, you know? So I just want every version. I'm really looking forward to Truxton Extreme, which is coming out soon. It'll probably be on digital before the physical.
It's been delayed a lot.
They're doing something pretty cool with it. If you do couch co-op, 2 people, you can actually join the 2 ships. They join with like a laser, and you can actually take out enemies by flying up, and the enemies get caught in between that laser between the 2 ships. So that's a cool little element that they added, even though I would probably, unless, you know, I brought it over to someone's house or someone came here, would only play the single player, but I'm still highly looking forward to that game.
Let's show the trailer, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike.
It's gonna
right?
be fun.
You won't. You're not going to get a copyright. It's not like Nintendo.
Yeah, it's
That looks so good.
It's PS5 and I don't. It's playing RGT 85. No,
It's
not right now.
PS5 and Steam right now only, but it's from Clear River Games. I buy tons of physicals from them, so I'm assuming because they focus on physical games that they'll be putting out one for that.
I wish it was 2D. I'm not really a fan of that art style.
It's the shoot 'em ups have really morphed into something different. Like you got all the bullet hell now, which you can see they added that in because in like a lot of the original Truxtons, you would think it wouldn't be as hard as a bullet hell game where you can barely move on the screen, but it's actually more difficult because your ship doesn't move fast, but the enemies shooting crazy patterns and they shoot at you really fast. So and you can use your smart bomb in the game and do absolutely nothing because you have to be right up on the enemies for it to take effect. So you can just launch it and just miss everything, or just use it to block some bullets to save you. But I still have not gotten through Truxton. I popped it on the iircade recently, played, and then just rage quit. I popped it on. It was game of the month on Evercade. I have the Toaplan cartridge in my alpha up here, and I was popping on Truxton, just seeing how far I can get. And that game is painfully hard. And I can use the save states on the Evercade, but I just refuse to do it. And
So
then continue.
it's as bad as Image Fight and R-Type.
I didn't even know, but there's an Image Fight 2 on the PC Engine CD.
Uh-huh. See, you're
Yeah.
discovering there's a lot of great shooters on PC Engine CD steps. There's a ton.
That EverDrive has got me in trouble. It's like I'm like, because like if I play something now, I'm like I just want to turn on my CRT TV with that turbo graphics, real hardware, and just play. I've been playing Truxton on the PC Engine too as well. I've been playing that. I'm almost done with Blazing Lasers, which is not a Toaplan game, but it's just shmup. And I get to that 9th level, and it's like, whew, hard. But they're addictive, man. I get an adrenaline when I play those games. I don't get playing something else. It's, you get like pumped up and in the zone, and yeah. I blame Brooklyn Menace
On that on the Toaplan 1 and 2 collection for the Switch, and it's on PS5. From Clear River Games that you were just showing, they had an exclusive where you got 1 and 2 together in a box, and I was lucky enough, like I caught it right away, and I pre-ordered that because that thing sold out, and my shipment was showing up with it last week, and I got a notification from the delivery company, and I knew that was in there, saying that I needed to pay like 30 something dollars, I guess a tariff, because it's coming from Europe. And I paid that money quick because it was like either pay it or we're going to return it to sender. And that would have been it. I would have to pay some crazy inflated price to try to get that specific box set. So I just paid the $30. I'm happy
that's
I
a
did.
high ass tariff, man.
I don't care. I don't care. It'll be a higher tariff on eBay trying to get that version.
Yeah.
So I wanted it for my collection, but I do plan on opening it and having a night where I'm gonna go through both collections, stream that. They added some quality of life features that I'd probably never use, but if you want to study the game, it has a rewind and stuff like that. So
It's been therapeutic just playing a game without any save states, like on like real hardware. It's just been therapeutic because it's like you just remember the olden days where there wasn't any of that crap, and it's like you die and you're like, God damn it! Now I got to play the whole game all over again.
Yeah, so I was saying, Steps, like even though I was like raging when I was playing trucks and I was throwing in 1/4, I could have done a save state and then just keep starting past the stuff that gives me the most difficulty. But I was like, nope. Ran the quarter out, and then I just keep trying to beat my own high score.
That game was probably the most popular overall iRarcade game. I remember how everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's Truxton!" And even like the people that hated iRarcade.
That was the one game that unified the iRarcade and the iRarcade haters for that one small amount of time was Truxton. Everybody was like all over it, having a great time playing it, seeing how well they can do. Then it went back to shit.
But like there was so many good, like all those Toaplan good games were good. And like we were talking about this before, but like I honestly think if they were just like if they came about like now and we're just like we're a shooter cabinet, they might actually be able to pull that off. Because there's a lot more people like, you know, because of Shmup Junkie, because of Electric Underground and stuff like that. There's a lot more people that are intrigued or interested. Just like, what's his name? David Vink and RPGs, Happy Console Gamer and RPGs, stuff like that. They bring that excitement to the genre. And shoot 'em ups and shmups were definitely started in the arcade, really. You know, started with Space Invaders.
Yeah, you can consider that like the first shoot 'em up.
I agree with you about Truxton uniting iRarcade fans for a while, but I also felt like Warrior Blade kind of did the same thing, because I remember people being really excited for Warrior Blade. I know I was.
That's a good game.
Dark Realm Gaming wants to know if I'm a rage quitter. Actually, I'm not. If the people that come watch me game every night probably realize I have endless amounts of patience, so I'll just keep trying and trying again.
And you have endless amounts of games, so you're
It's Zod, it's ridiculous at this point. Like, because I'm
I'm
a physical collector, I've had to separate my limited bigger sets out because I didn't have any more room to put like all the standard editions, and I'm still out of room. Like I keep finding places to display them. I put up all floating shelves around my home arcade so I could display all my shoot 'em up collection.
So the whole reason I ended up like getting the idea for the stream a couple weeks back, and we had to delay it, which is great. I'm glad you're all here. Was that I was at that game store in Columbus where I started talking about shmups with the owner, and he's like, "What's your favorite Toaplan game, and why is it Batsugan?" I'm like, I stopped and thought about it for a minute, and I'm like, I think it may be Batsugan, but it's so weird because it's hard to classify Batsugan with the rest of them, because Batsugan is like a bullet hell. It almost
Yeah,
goes in line with Cave. It was like the
ex-
last hurrah for Toaplan, but like when I
it
think of,
is because a
yeah,
lot of people that worked on Batsugan went on to work for Cave, so you'll see that was like that end of Toaplan and now going to Cave, which, in my opinion, Cave and Rising are like the best shoot 'em up games.
you gotta play Nexer for PC Engine CD steps.
yeah, I gotta put it up on. I gotta put it on my PC Engine CD section on my EverDrive Pro now. Um, sometimes I just turn it on. I'll be honest with you, I just turn it on and I just watch the intro to Ease Book 1 and 2, and I'm like, oh my god, I got the real hardware playing right here on the CRT TV. And it just makes me so happy.
Just
And
for the nostalgia, the happy butterfly nostalgia.
dude,
Oh,
I didn't even play that game till I was like
warm
until
and
like 5 years
fuzzy.
ago. But like that game is probably my favorite game of all time. And so for me to see it on real hardware rather than just my my whatever you call it, LCD 4K TV or whatever, I'm like, oh, good stuff. And I was just mesmerized watching the Hellfire intro, like I was telling you the other day. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. I think
Hellfire is something special on PC Engine.
I wish all these games would go back to these like 90s style CD game intros. They're the best. And the music, music is the best too.
Macross for PC Engine is pretty fun too. It's another really good shooter you might want to check out.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Airzonk was basically Koryun. I started playing Koryun, and I'm like, this is Airzonk. And that was pretty cool. But let's see. Toaplan has a couple different CD games on there, and I gotta check them out. Although when I watch like the Shmup Junkie, he usually explains why the Mega Drive version's better. But overall, I think the Turbo Graphics of PC Engine has the best shmups. Definitely want to play through all of Truxton, but Truxton's hard as shit.
Yeah, PC Engine CD has some great shoot 'em ups.
The best.
Yeah, I'm so glad I paid the extra for that EverDrive. It's like you want a regular EverDrive, it's like less than $100. You want the Pro that does the CD without the CD-ROM attachment, it's like $240, and then you got to buy the adapter because there's a video adapter you got to hook up to the back of the Turbo Graphics. Otherwise, you don't get any audio from the EverDrive. So then you're spending $60 for the video adapter. So you're at $300, right? But that's way cheaper than sometimes even one Turbo Graphics CD game.
For sure.
Steps, you were saying how, the Friday Night Arcade Show, when we were doing all gameplay off the iircade, that helped introduce you to Toaplan. So I was like happy to see when Evercade announced the Toaplan collections that were coming out. I'm telling you, that also reintroduced it to an even bigger audience, fans of theirs that didn't even know what they were. And those cartridges immediately started to be hard to find and go up in price, and people were like waiting for them to make more. So people just love this. People love shoot 'em ups. You know, how could you not?
You get the adrenaline like you're in a race car. You know what I mean? You get all pumped up because you get the speed, and then you get the really good music, and then you're trying to beat whatever obstacles like ahead of you, and it's addictive. It gets the heart racing. It's like you get your head in the game, and then finally when you die, you curse, and then you're like, oh.
The
And then
music makes all the difference.
Then you start over and do it again. You're right, it does, and that's why I think I got to play through the Hellfire that's on the PC Engine because the soundtrack's better.
Oh yeah.
The soundtrack is like means a lot. Music is really important to me. It's one of the reasons why I fell in love with Gunvein, which is not a Toaplan game, obviously, but a shmup. And the music in Gunvein, I just absolutely love. It's like this electronic trance music.
Even Astro Warrior for the Sega Master System is a phenomenal shmup and has wonderful music. Oh my god.
I have Gunvein, but it's like maybe I should just buy the digital. It's pretty expensive. That
I would just buy the digital for $20 and play it that way.
I don't know if I want to open it. I bought a game outside of the shoot 'em up genre, like more like Metroidvania, and it was a lesser known game, but then it gained a cult following, and it's like the version that I have, which is still sealed, is like I see people trying to sell it for up to $3,000 for the one version. So I don't think I'm going to open that one either.
Hang on to that one. It's a retirement plan.
Yeah. Hey, no one could say it's crazy collecting, physicals. And it's like, I'm not one that's going out for the latest blockbuster game that's coming out. I seek out more of modern retro, or when they're bringing older games to physicals, like and of course shoot 'em ups, beat 'em ups, and yeah, that retro category, those games always go up in price, especially the shooters. They big time go up in price. I missed out on R-Type, R-Type Dimensions, the first one. Again, it's like and now for me to what I could have got, which I didn't, because for some reason my logic at that time was like, well, I already have R-Type on the iArcade. Why do I need, to get it for the Switch? Now I wish I got it. I could have gotten it for like $30, and now it goes for like 400.
I had to go turbo because it's what it took for me to start talking about games, shmups, and stuff I want to talk about instead of the arcades. Anymore.
What's up, P-Dubs?
My channel, my new channel name is going to be Turbo Menace.
Hey, we have a surprise. We have a surprise. Look, guess who's here?
Who?
Let me see if I can add him. What? Where's? Oh, here we go. Boom.
Oh, Nix, what's up, man?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nix is streaming tonight.
Happy Friday. Yes, I plan on streaming some Helldivers 2 gameplay. That's my game.
Helldiver, that's
right
a
now.
fun. That's a fun game.
Oh, it is. I had it for like 2.5 months. I'm like a level 125 right now, and
Nice.
it's getting really good. The latest patch where they had this rupture strain, where they just made these the bug faction really hard, and it was just, you get PTSD playing this game because it's just so much going on. I can't recommend.
Yeah, it looks
enough.
awesome. It's Helldivers 2. It's so much different. I don't know if any of you ever played the first Helldivers. That was I had that. I think they gave you that game for free on, like, if you had Xbox Game Pass. Totally different game than what they did with Helldivers 2. They went nuts with the second one.
Yeah, because it was the top-down, like, isometric.
Yeah, totally
view.
different. So, but yeah, Helldivers 2 is something I'd love to play. I wish it had like a single player campaign, but I guess it's more about going in with a team, and you need somebody that's good, that's played and leveled up.
Well, that's just it. The game is the campaign. The story is driven by the players.
But you
So
play it co-op.
collectively as a group, and yeah, you could play it by yourself. Like you can go and draw it by yourself, but you can also join games and have people join yours. And it's a collective group. You control the narrative of the game. What the developers do is they plan the attacks of the factions, and then it's up to the Helldivers to decide which planets they're going to attack and defend to push back the advance of the enemy factions towards Super Earth is what you're trying to protect.
So basically in that game, everybody that is online playing that game is making some sort of impact, but they might be on a different planet than you, fighting the bugs somewhere
Yeah,
else.
with the planets those factions have taken over. Correct, absolutely. So it's a collective fight to liberate the planets and push the enemy advances back.
You got a lot of fans, Nix.
Yeah, console fanboy. Me and him were playing a few rounds, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I saved him a few times, and yeah, he appreciated that. It was awesome. And
I
we
saw
got to
the
play
first
again.
time you played, and he was like, "Let me come in. I'll let you use my robot or something like that."
Yeah. And I've come a long way since then because yeah, when you first start the game, you don't get that till you're like level 25. So you got to grind the game a little bit. You don't really get a lot of good weapons. So that's how the game caps you from kind of advancing to the higher difficulty levels because you don't have the ability to kind of hold your own until you start unlocking the more powerful things. So it's stepping stones, and then you get more rewards and more XP the higher difficulty level. And it's actually very, very thrilling. You think it's hard at the earlier difficulty levels, and the game just cranks it up. It's a game I've never seen before. The level of difficulty that it has at times.
What time do you stream?
I haven't picked a time, but probably soon. Probably, I'm thinking around 9 o'clock maybe.
Okay, all right.
That gives me a little
Check
bit of
out
time
Nick's
to play.
reviews.
I'll have
Hey,
you
ho-
on, and I'll have Super Game Room dudes on at the same time. I'll have you guys side by side.
Dual monitors.
I want to ask Nix a question. Nix,
Yeah.
I know you were on the Friday Night Arcade Show. I know you played all these Toaplan games, man. What was your favorite Toaplan game and why?
Oh, it's hard for me to decide because they're all so good. It's just the way they design these games, and it just keeps you coming back with the addictive properties that it has with all the power ups and stuff. Oh man, um, I can't think of one right to the top of my mind. You put me on the spot. 'Cause it's
Okay,
just
well
a
we
long list.
come back around to you, and if you want to list a couple, we're okay.
Okay,
W-
Could
absolutely.
I answer?
yes. What was your favorite?
Well, I love Slap Fight. As far as if you're going like an older style, visually shoot 'em up, Batsugan has the best visuals of any Toaplan game, I guess, besides Truxton 2. But you can't sleep on stuff like Tiger Heli, even though it has almost that Nintendo-esque looking graphics. The game is amazing. It's punishing hard, and it's also a game that influenced every shoot 'em up after it because it was the first game to introduce the smart bomb mechanic in it.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favorites. That Tiger Heli, absolutely, and yeah, Fire Shark, that was a good one too.
Fireshock's great. That's
Hmm.
hard. But it's in like Fire Shark and stuff like that. It's in some of the early levels. It's hard to see the bullets. They come at you fast, and they're almost like the same color as the environment.
Yeah, so you really got to get into that zone instead of really looking at what you're shooting at. You're really looking at what you're trying to avoid, and just spray and pray.
What's your favorite, Zod?
Hellfire.
Because of the different shots, or
I just love everything about it. I love, the style and the ability to, yeah, change, the directions of the weapons, and it's a lot of fun. And I'm a big fan of the music too, whether I'm playing it arcade, Sega Genesis, or TurboGrafx. I love all the ports. So it's just one of those games. So for me, that one stands out the most.
For me,
But like what you guys have been saying, they're all really really good. Toaplan makes a lot of quality shooters, so you can't go wrong with any of them really.
for me, I'm gonna have to go with which ones did I decide to end up playing the most that I couldn't put down, right? And I'm discovering a lot right now. I'm going back. I told you I was playing Hellfire. I'm playing Truxton, but I really gotta say the one that like I really played a hell of a lot of that I really fell in love with first was Batsugan, because I really found out that I liked bullet hell from that game. And then the other one that I played a lot of, which was like kind of a surprise to me, I wasn't anticipating, was Twin Cobra, which I think is basically a sequel to Tiger Heli.
It is.
Yeah, and I would just loop that and keep playing it over and over and over again.
I just got the Japanese Switch version of that from M2 Shot Triggers. It has like just says same on the cover, and it's got the Japanese writing. That's another thing I love about collecting is the artwork on some of these releases, especially that come out of Japan, are beautiful.
You got the Twin Cobra. Are you talking about the Tiger Heli that was limited run? Because that has
I
Twin Cobra on it.
I have that too. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the one I just bought because you told me, you were like, you should buy this, and I'm like, because I mentioned it to you that I wanted to buy it. Then you found it and bought it, and then you got me to buy it, and so I have the Tiger Heli collection.
The artwork on that Tiger Heli case is beautiful too. I would show them off, but it's like I don't want to leave and start going grabbing it.
I think mine's behind me. If I could read through all these titles, here we go. Here we go. Boom. Let's see if we get a good view.
Angela, look how nice that artwork is.
Yeah, very nice.
Tiger there, nice.
Yeah. And then obviously the back. This is the English version that was only limited run. I don't think they sold it physically any other way except for Japan. And was it ever even released digitally in the US or just physically by limited run? Because I don't think I've seen it on the.
I have
the
limited
eShop.
run. You can get it. You can get it on. You can get it from Japan.
Japan, yeah, Japan, but that's it. This was
I
the
usually
only.
Go through like Play Asia. You'll find stuff there that you might have missed out on here, and it's all region free. So, especially on the Switch, so you're fine.
Yeah, I gotta pick up the 7800 version of Tiger Heli because I definitely want that as well because I think that would be cool to have because I don't have I have a 7800 plus, but I don't have an NES. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and buy an NES again, so it'd be cool to have on cartridge. So I'm thinking about picking that up for sure. All right, so we answered everybody's favorite. How about your favorite non-shmup Toaplan game?
Mine, I could see. That's the thing is, I like the running guns, like Outzone and Outzone 2. But they almost play out like shoot 'em ups, but you're running in whatever direction you're running, you're shooting in that direction. So they are kind of more like a vertical running gun. But I think that those are excellent.
Yeah, Outzone was great.
And I also actually love the paddle game, which is like you have the characters from Batsugan, but you're playing. It's almost like they turned a breakout game into like a shoot 'em up style because you got boss fights in it.
What was that? There was another game that was similar to Outzone, wasn't it? Start with an F.
Fantasy Zone.
No. I thought it was a Copeland game.
I'm all thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I know I did not really care for Wardner. Wasn't my type of game.
That you just run forward and punch the same monsters and then go to another planet and do the same thing. But it's cool, you know, like I don't mind stuff like that. It's not like I'm going to go out of my way to play it every day and try to dissect the game, but it's cool that like these games that you can still play them, you know, that they're preserved and
Okay.
they're just not lost to time. But no, it's
There's
not a good game.
There is one game that I wanted to talk about that I'm going to put on screen real quick and refresh everybody about this game, because this is a game I don't think as many people talk about. I actually started playing this a little bit more lately and been trying to get better at it, because I think when you first start, it's pretty hard. But you'll know what it is when I play it. I'm sure y'all can figure it out.
Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I like.
The music is so damn good. The shot's good. This is one when I was playing, I almost thought the power-up shot was not as good as the original. Because that original beam seems like so powerful. I can just listen to the soundtrack. It's so good. But I remember when we first showed that game, and like even like it was To Die For. He goes, the music is phenomenal," or whatever he said.
That's up there too. Is like one of my top favorite Toaplan games.
And it was never released on console. It's only arcade.
Gregory like Rally Bike. Could I? I'm a mod in your chat. Can I block him? Rally Bike is good. It's hard though, man. Like you gotta. I keep crashing, and then you have to stop and get gas.
We're doing a commercial for DoorDash for Dark Realm Gaming. I gotta go back, and KFB's asking if any of us are going to Cleveland. I was gonna go Sunday only. My mom's getting married tomorrow, but now I'm going to Ohio for work, not Cleveland. I'll be in Cleveland on Monday for work, but I won't be at the gaming. I'm gonna go to Pittsburgh at the beginning of October, and I'm gonna go for the weekend.
I am not going. I wish I was there because all my friends from Arcades Anonymous and Vito from Perfect Store Gaming and Joecade, they were all there. But I was so happy because I told these guys last week that if you're only going to be an hour away from Pastimes Arcade, you have to go. I'm like, forget about Galloping Ghost, go to Pastimes. Pastimes is, to me, a way better arcade. The way it's organized, it's open, and it'll blow your mind. And they all pulled up there today, and yeah, all their minds were blown. So they were streaming it for a bit. I was excited that they were there, and then they were just like, all right, enough streaming. Like they got to like take it in because it takes a minute, man. There's so much there.
And when is you're going there in a couple weeks?
I am supposed to. I don't know yet. Well, I'm supposed to go back to Pastimes with Sacro, Ichabod, PQ. Gregory was supposed to go. I don't think Gregory can make it now. But I got to see. I got to see what my work schedule is because I might be working at a new job. Well, not at the same place, but a new job. And because I'm like coming right back in as an employee, I might not be able to take off. So I got to say.
Yeah. So dog you. I feel like it just feels unique. It's weird because it's hard to describe that why it's unique, because when I play it, it just feels unique. But when you look at it, it looks like it's pretty typical vertical shooter, but it just doesn't really feel that way to me. And it's hard as nails. I think it was one of the more harder ones.
Yeah, it is hard. For the time though, the type of weapons that you had in that game. I know like Truxton will do it, but not on the level like Dogoon does it. And that's the thing to that game is knowing which weapon is the best one to have on for each like phase of that game. But yeah, that one is tough. But I played that one when iircade had the online. Brad and I played that one together, and when we got to the end, like we were able to like merge ships together.
Nice.
When you play 2-player and then one person takes it over and you have like one more powerful ship, and then at the end, like we turned into a robot
Nice.
to take out the final boss. It was pretty cool. But that one will let you quarter through it. So it is possible where Truxton is more difficult, even though you could keep pumping quarters into it, is that once you lose your weapons in Truxton and then it kind of like kicks you back a little bit in the level, like once you screw up, it starts that cycle again where you're back to not being as fast, not being as powerful, and you could be further into a stage where it's getting more difficult. So the trick in Truxton is don't screw up. Just keep getting your weapon powered and start getting the lasers and stuff like that scatter all over at the enemies.
Well, here's the breakdown of which one is the best. It's pretty, I mean, it's spread out, except for Zero Wing. Zero Wing only got 5%. But we got
Wow.
Truxton's at 38%, which is the highest. Hellfire got 33%. Batsugan got 24%. So, as popular as Truxton was when we're all on the iircade, it doesn't surprise me. Hellfire scored pretty good though. It scored better than Batsugan, and that's, well, I mean, they're both really good. All the 4 of those games are solid games.
Yeah. I don't think you could have picked a better 4 for Toaplan.
They're all good. I voted Batsugan because I find it like I could put a couple of quarters in, maybe put in 5 credits and have a chance of getting through it. You do once you get to the end, like you kind of like keep starting over on it. But I find that one more approachable as far as in difficulty, even though it seems like there's a lot more bullets. What do you think, Steps? Because I know you love that one.
Batsugan, I honestly, for me, I probably would have voted Batsugan because I just have to go with like what I really probably spent the most time playing, because that's what I would have enjoyed the most. Right now, the one I'm itching to play the most and play more of is Hellfire, but that's because I just popped in that PC Engine CD game version of it, and I'm like, oh, I need to play more. I need to play more of this. So that's where I'm at right now. Truxton, I want to play a little bit. I want to play more of too. There's a lot of exploring I have to do, but the one that caught me the most at first was definitely Batsugan. But
You're gonna have a lot of great discoveries with PC Engine CD Steps, because it sounds like there's a lot of shooters that you have not even heard of or scratched the surface of yet. So
that's why I put in the description of my channel, it's about exploring games I played in the past and exploring old games that are new to me, basically, and playing games that I wouldn't have before, because I wish when I was younger I would have played more RPGs, or I would have played more shmups than I did.
Japan got all the best shmups for PC Engine though. They got all the best ones. So getting that EverDrive is probably the best thing you could have did.
Oh yeah, it's a new old world for me, and it's nice to just turn on. Like I was saying in my stream and my video from last week, I was like, it's so refreshing to turn on a tube TV, not have any tiles on my screen, not have any updates, not have any BS, and you just like turn on what you want. Okay, go to the TurboGrafx. Okay. Now I have an EverDrive, which almost spoils the fun. But to be honest with you, you can't play TurboGrafx without an EverDrive, because the games are just too expensive. It's just not feasible.
Very true.
But here's another question for you, Nix. If you were gonna go back and you had to pick a Toaplan game to stream on your show, which one would you choose right now? You think?
It'd probably be Batsugan because yeah, Truxton is frustrating with me because that one I know it's popular, but it's just when you die, it's hard to get back into it. It's just like you might as well just reset and start over.
Yep.
But at least with Batsugan, you have a little bit of a chance to get back into it. And I think that would be the one. So yeah, that's an old favorite that we had on the iircade, and we played that on the Friday Night Rcade Show, so that was a favorite for me.
Love all of them, but Batsugan is much less frustrating than Truxton. I agree, Truxton's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing Truxton on the PC Engine last night, and I was like cussing. I was like,
where do you play?
That's only
Where
in the
do you
first
play
level.
Spriggan? Where do you play Spriggan for PC Engine CD steps?
the chip tunes on that Truxton on the PC Engine is just so damn good. And it almost ruins it when I die and it has to stop the music. I'm like, no, my music.
Steps, you don't have an Evercade anymore, but if you put a certain combination of the Toaplan cartridges in it, it opens up the Genesis version of Truxton, which I want to play. I hear that that's a very good version and a lot more approachable than the arcade version, because that arcade version, like I said, your ship moves slow, but you got these bullets coming at you super fast. So if you don't have, it's like so hard. They always corner me. I always fall for it every time and get myself into a corner, and there's like no escape.
Here's
and
my
I
big
blow all my smart bombs.
My problem right now is I keep going to that guy because I keep ending up in Columbus for work. I go into that warp zones, which I'm still gotta release that video. I want to film a better intro and a better exit, and then I'm gonna release that video. I looked at my content. I'm like, but every time I go in there, that Truxton's there for Mega Drive, and it's like $100, and it's like one of those things where it's like I want to take this home, but money's a thing. And I will say that I did watch the Shmup Junkies comparison between the PC Engine and the Mega Drive, and that was one of the few Toaplan games he thought was better on the PC Engine, I think. But the Mega Drive one has got that bass to it though too. So that they're different soundtracks, but man, I want to play both. I definitely do. Like Truxton is definitely a one that stands out as one I want to play more of for sure. And I don't know. I thought I got myself out of spending money. I think what I need to do is go back to that store in Salem, Ohio, next time I drive through that area, and just buy the Mega Drive EverDrive with the CD-ROM thing. So then I have that on this Genesis, and then the one on the Turbo.
You'll love that too.
I've just, with what I've been looking at lately, I thought I was going to be more into like Super Nintendo, because there's a lot of Super Nintendo stuff I want to play, but I'm finding myself more like into this TurboGrafx Genesis thing, and I don't think I'm going to be able to leave for a while.
Well, you can always get an EverDrive for Super Nintendo as well.
Yeah.
Because, again, that's always a great investment to have EverDrives for all those consoles, because then you can keep your games in good condition on your shelf. You can always have them, and then you can still play them on original hardware with no issues. So.
It sounds like you guys all are shooter junkies.
Oh my god!
No disrespect.
One of the best genres of video games.
It is.
This particular episode was about Toaplan Shmups. Not all my episodes are going to be about Shmups, but I am leaning more towards doing more Shmup content. But
Well,
there is somebody that already has that name, Shmup Junkie.
yeah,
And
great
so,
channel too.
it is a really good channel, and that's why I kept mentioning that channel.
And Brooklyn Menace is changing his name to Shmup Guru, right?
Shmup
Yes.
Sensei.
Shmup Sensei.
Shmup
Yes.
Sensei. Okay.
I don't know how to spell sensei, so I'm gonna I'll have to think of a new name.
Just have Steps send you that logo, and you're good to go.
Puyan is better than all the shooters, he
Oh.
says. I don't know if I have that video anymore where I went Puyan, because I got rid of StreamYard because it was like $45 a month.
I've never seen anything close that resembles Puya in any other game. It's its own thing.
Very unique.
Very unique and lovable, playable. I love it. Puyan.
Well, yeah, that's why I got the EverDrive. I could put the ROMs and play like the real hardware, and I don't have any lag with the CRT. And it's amazing. Like when I put on the PC Engine Mini now and play, I'm like, oh no, because I got used to playing on real hardware, and I'm like, nope, we're playing on real hardware. Even if I have to get an EverDrive, it's like real hardware, real TV. But I do have a problem. I've been buying these types of games too, and we just need to blame Brooklyn Menace.
We all enable each other.
Yeah, I did send you some stuff where you were like, you're like, you bought this. I bought this because of you. I didn't even care about the gold Pac-Man cartridge, but you.
I got my gold Pac-Man cartridge.
cartridge.
You want to talk about rage?
Boy.
I was so pissed, man. I got the freaking bottom right of the box is just crushed in like an accordion. But I was like looking up a bunch of them that are for sale on eBay, and even crushed, I could like triple my money. So because I'm not keeping it, it's crushed. I don't want it, so I'm going to sell it. But that had nostalgia to me because the Atari Pac-Man, as bad as it is, was the first ever video game that I owned when I got my Atari.
Are you gonna get the regular edition then?
No.
For $30? No.
No, I just wanted the gold. I wasn't even going to open the thing anyway. I just wanted to have it. I have it on display. It looks nice if you display it from the side of the box that isn't crushed. It looks perfect.
So,
but I know it's there.
Are you going to buy it again? Are you going to buy it again to get it?
No, are you crazy?
It's like $500.
People selling it for like $250, like
oh no,
cheapest.
Yeah, forget that.
I'm not paying that much for it.
I
don't want it that bad.
Have I tried the new Mountain Dew Baja Midnight? I am a diabetic, so I drink the zero sugar edition, and this is zero sugar.
As long as you're drinking the Baja, you're in good.
The Baja is my favorite. I'm not, it just is. But I probably shouldn't drink the second one because I already drink one, and it's enough caffeine. It'll get me all hyped up to play that Truxton when we get off the stream, though. Shit. Well, let's go. I'll be running in place.
All these, everyone that's like hosting these gaming competitions every week. My good friend Gregory there in the chat, he hosts Calling All Ballers. When I was over at his house, like I was introducing him to a ton of shoot 'em ups. That's all I was showing him on his iircade, and he loved them all. Like I think all of these weekly gaming competitions should have at least one shoot 'em up every week into the mix. I think they're the best 1 quarter challenge like type games.
I'm really close to just saying fuck this show and just doing a shoot 'em up high score challenge instead.
You did not tell me we could say fuck on here, Steps. I would have been cursing the whole time.
You can't say it at the beginning of the stream.
Okay. No, well, YouTube doesn't care anymore. They dropped that rule. They sent me a notice about it that you can now curse. Like you could just start the show cursing.
Oh. Well, I probably shouldn't curse, right? I shouldn't have cursed. I don't know. I don't know. What should I do? Should I keep having a talk show? Should I do a shmup shoot 'em up show? Should I do both? You know,
Why
I
not
don't know.
Well,
both?
when you do this format, you can just do whatever you want. If you're in the mood for something one week, do that, you know? So you don't have to like lock yourself into any one category. Although I do personally, there's not a day that goes by where I don't put in like the 50 best shoot 'em ups ever made, or the 50 best shoot 'em ups on Switch, and I'll sit there and watch like an hour video. I just finding stuff that I might have missed.
I started watching Shmup Junkies like 3 hour video about the PC Engine shoot 'em ups, and I was like, "Oh, I need to write this one down so that I can put it on
Yeah.
the EverDrive."
Well, his channel is a totally like, first of all, he has everything. Like he's playing all these games on the original hardware, and he breaks it down, you know,
Well, he
to,
did say, "Oh, go ahead and buy this game and put it on your shelf, and then just go ahead and leave it on the shelf because you'll be playing it on your EverDrive." And he holds up his
Yeah, that's
uh,
the
he's a,
rule. That's the rule of thumb now. So
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what's happening to me. I'm buying some of these games, and then I'm seeing how much they're worth and they're still sealed, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just get like the digital for $3 and leave it sealed.
The new show's called Shmup Sensei with Brooklyn Menace. No.
In the dojo, yes. Oh yeah.
Zod, next week we're having a high score challenge on Tiny Toon Adventures for the NES. Be ready.
all right, sounds good.
Yeah. Oh my lord.
Oh,
Maybe I'm going to just turn my channel into an all Hollow Knight channel since it's the best game ever made.
do you really think that?
Yes, it's the best game I've ever played in my life.
Man, I was watching Happy Console Gamer because he made the video for the sequel. You know, he's like, I looked at this game before when it first came out, and I thought, this isn't for me, and I didn't play it. Boy, was that a mistake. This game's great. And of course, my comments, you were like, I still think that I probably wouldn't like this. And it's probably because I have a problem with Metroidvania for some reason. I
I love
want to
those.
like it. Everybody says they love them, and I want to like it. So I force myself to sit there, and I usually just get lost for half an hour. And then I'm like, okay,
That's part of the
maybe
fun.
this is
The
not
thing
for
is,
me.
is that I realize how much Shadow Labyrinth stole from Hollow Knight since it came out this year, where Hollow Knight came out in 2017. And holy crap, that's all part of it, Steps. It's like when you feel like you get to a place and you're like, am I the only person that ever found this? And it's like you'll be like right at the beginning of the game and already see, you'll spot something and be like, I can get up there. And then it's like you're 50 hours in and you finally get the ability, you know, to get there and see what was there the whole time. And like I'm just curious naturally when I'm playing these games and I want to explore everything. So I love the Metrovania category of games, and Hollow Knight just has definitely done it the best.
I will say this though, I've tried. I'm a huge fan of Rondo of Blood, and I've said this a million times. And then I sit there for about half an hour. I try to play Symphony of the Night, and I don't feel. I haven't felt the same way about it, and I want to because everybody loves it. I'm like, please let me like this game. But I started playing the Dominus collection and those Game Boy, not Game Boy. What are those Nintendo DS games? And I was able to enjoy those more, which is interesting because those are still like Metroidvania type games. And so now I'm like, okay, do I go ahead and finish one of these games on the Dominus collection, um, and go from there? You know what I'm saying?
Just play Rondo of Blood again.
My Dominus collection that just showed. I ordered that last summer from Limited Run. It finally just showed up.
Oh my god, it's probably the best Castlevania collection. Honestly. I mean, like
Plus, it's got the
it's
arcade
good.
game on it.
That arcade remake is awesome. That's why I bought that collection. It plays like Rondo of Blood. It really does, and I love it. I love that game. And the music is so damn good. If you don't have the Dominus collection, go ahead and buy it. I don't have any Amazon affiliate links or anything like that, but I would definitely take a look and buy it because that
All the
collection
Castlevania
awesome.
collections they've released so far have been fantastic.
Yeah, I
They
have
have.
2 of them. I have one in like a limited box where the box is more like a blood red color and it looks like it's in a older video game box. It's up there on my shelf with all my limited stuff. And then I got the Dominus collection. I also got the Gradius collection just showed up and I'm really happy with the cover I chose for it. You got it too, Steps, right? What did you order yours?
There you go.
Yeah, you don't have the limited run, so that's
no. I have the Japanese.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Like if you miss them, it's like, and you don't want to pay crazy money for people pumping up the price on eBay. Just go check like Play Asia.
I got this. I got this 2 days after release from Japan already. Like I had it for a while. I guess it's still in my console because it's empty. But I've been so distracted with the TurboGrafx, I probably haven't turned on the Switch 2 in a minute. But that Gradius collection's great. I love Gradius 2. I love Salamander's good. I think there's like a Salamander 3 on here that was like never released.
Probably likes Radiant Silvergun. So I still have that one sealed. I have a real limited version of that as well. And
that's a great game too. Yeah.
I have to put out that video from that store in Columbus because that guy is a shmup freak and he's got tons of shmup stuff in that store. And I'm looking forward to it, but I really just wanted to do it right. And I go, okay, I need to go back there and film this. So it might be another week before I put it out. But I want to get it right because I just really want to show, that store is pretty damn cool.
Check out the game Devil Engine too. You could pick that one up on physical or just get it digital. That's a badass shoot 'em up.
Well,
oh wow, that's not a surprise,
Again?
KFB.
He lasted all 2 days.
What did he do?
He bought a Switch. He sold a Switch 2.
I said this in a chat room the other day when he said I sold mine for $450. I said, who wants to make a bet that he's going to buy another one? He's going to sell this one too.
Another one, yeah.
Why did you buy another one for? What was the game that convinced you?
I'll let him tell his story. I won't ruin it because he told me the story. But that's his
Whatever.
story.
At least he got a decent price for his first one. But it's like, just keep it. You can't base any console off what games are on it right now. You do realize the Switch 2 is going to be around for a very long time. So eventually something's going to be on there that you're going to want again. Then you have to go buy the whole thing again. I'm playing Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma on Switch 2. That game's really good. It's not the usual type of game I would even play because it has farming in it. But
that was my daughter. She's like, pick me up at the pizza joint. I said, well, you gotta give me 5 minutes and then I'll head your way. So, man, Brooklyn, I didn't know you smoked.
Neither did I.
I thought you switched. I thought you were a Knicks for a minute. It's like deja vu.
Now we're in flavor country. Oh yeah.
Flavor country. Isn't that Marlboro?
Mix will smoke Cheech and Chong under the table. And Gregory too.
Gregory too.
Oh man. And Snoop Dogg. Oh yeah.
I was supposed to go over to Greg's house today, but I run my own business, so a job popped up out of nowhere. So I missed out, but hopefully we'll hang out soon.
Well, he can't. You should reschedule it so you could all go to that arcade at the same time, right?
Yeah, we'll go back. I mean, Greg and I were already there together for 2 days, and we go to arcades here in this area together a lot. And his house is like an arcade. He has real Stern pinballs
Yeah.
downstairs, and then he's got his home arcade and At Games pinball upstairs.
Do you know who has the most insane amount of Stern pinballs? I think he's got a pinball bar at his house.
Console kits.
Yes.
Nice.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
He's got he's going live. He's going live on one of those shows, and everybody's got these real arcades behind him.
This is what I do,
Not
Steps.
the fake arcades, but the real ones. And then
Every-
he's got a row of Stern.
Wow.
He has more pinball than I think the price of my house behind him. And I'm not kidding. Like,
Yeah.
I'll literally start counting the price
You
just in
can't
the row
count them all.
that you can
can't
see
count them
behind.
all because they run off the screen. And good for him, man. Good for him. I'd say, hey, dude, if that's your passion and you have the money, you go for it. And I'd love to see him in person. I think
Greg
that'd be pretty
has
cool.
Greg has 2, but he's had more. He's had others. He swapped out his Godzilla for the Dungeons and Dragons, which is a great game. He always tries to teach me how to play it. Because it's confusing because it's almost like you're playing a video game and pinball at the same time. But he's got like my favorite, the Iron Maiden pinball with the music and everything. That's when I go over his house. That's the one I play.
Yeah, I think Can I Play with Madness is a really good pinball song. So is Power Slave. They're both on that. Good. It's the only problem is when you go to a pinball bar, you can't hear the damn music because you're
right.
listening to the damn bar music. I'm like, this sucks.
No, it's not only that.
Could you plug headphones into a Stern pinball?
You really can't appreciate the sound that comes out of these pinball machines when you're in an arcade because there's so much noise, and sometimes they don't even have the volume up enough, and there's so much going on you can't hear it. Like when someone has one of these in their home and that's the only one that's on, you can really appreciate it. And I freaking love Iron Maiden, so just to have the music going and everything that goes on in that game, that's one of my favorites. There goes Steps Turbo. Wow, she really is turbo. She took off.
That was
quick.
definitely turbo for sure.
Yeah. What are you doing, Steps?
What?
Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
You left.
I wanted to show off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
Bruce Dickinson, lead singer of Iron Maiden. He was I was in line to meet him last Friday. And he was signing with Black Pin, and I looked at him. I go, I hear you have a really good red pen. He goes, what? And his advisor goes, red pen. I'm like, good, because like it shows up. Black would not show up on that, and I am so happy because it turned out pretty damn killer.
That is beautiful. I love that album.
Now,
Bruce Dickinson.
Did you really hear he had a good red pen, or you just wanted him to sign it red?
Well, so my friend, he's like an autograph junkie. He went through the line before me, and he got Power Slave signed with Black Pin, and he knew I had the Number of the Beast album because that was my best condition cover. It wasn't even open, so I was like, I'm having him sign the best one. And my favorite album, Somewhere in Time, but I was like, Number of the Beast, this is what I'm getting signed.
I still have my Somewhere in Time album. I still have my Aces High picture disc before Power Slave came out, when they put out just the EP and they put out a picture disc version. I still have that. Most of my other records got ruined because they got water on them and they all stuck together.
But yeah, my friend came through the line. He goes, hey, he's been signing those in a really awesome red pin. So I'm like, oh, that sounds great because that'll show up good on this album. And I get up in line, and he signed one before me, just like the same album in black. I go, that ain't gonna show shit. So I was like, red. And I got my red, so I was happy. Because he charges, it's $150 to have him sign an album. It's more money to have him sign an album than anything else. But then you go on eBay, and the albums are all like that are signed and legible and clear and have certificate of authenticity and all that. They're all like $700 plus. So like, you know, I wanted it to be good because I'm keeping it, but when I die, my kids could sell it. You know what I'm saying?
If Bruce Dickinson would have signed the record Bret Hart, I would have thought, because he looks just like Bret Hart now.
He's not anywhere near as tall. Oh, my daughter said, "Never mind, my friend will take me home." Awesome. That's great. We can keep talking if we want. So you listen to Iron Maiden. Do you ever listen to Iron Maiden, Nix?
No, not
I
really.
didn't think so. What do you listen to music?
From time to time. Like Nirvana, like back like in the grunge era, like Foo Fighters, and like Kiss, freaking Metallica, like all that stuff. Yeah, good stuff. I probably I've heard Iron Maiden songs. I just can't place the band to the song at times. You hear so much over the years. Friggin', I'm getting old.
I don't know what Cradle of Filth is.
Cradle of Filth has a female singer. They're more like death metal, but like satanic. They're really good.
I beat KFB at Mario Kart. That's not hard to do. No.
Nice.
Nah, but he gets serious about Mario Kart. We were neck and
Some
neck for a
people do.
while. We were neck and neck for a while, but then he
Frustrating.
doubled my playtime, and then he was better than me because he had like 80 hours in, and I only had 40. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I should probably play it again. I really think they need some DLC on that game for sure. It needed it quickly. Instead, they released DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza. I would have put it out for Mario Kart first, but that's just me. Good to see my friends. Here he is. War 4444. I heard Iron Maiden. Yeah. Oh. So you're streaming Hollow Knight now. Are you going to go right into the second one after that, Brooklyn?
No, because I'm not buying the second one until it comes out on physical, and Switch secured like the exclusive for the physical for a timed amount. So I'll be picking up the Switch 2 version of it. I'm playing the physical on my PS5. They never made a physical for PS5. They made the PS4, but I got what's called the Void Heart edition. So it has every expansion that they put out to the game. Just it's all built in. And it seems like the way they did the game, it's not like the expansion, like you beat the game and then start another story. It just expanded on the full game.
Can you do a walkabout tree? Didn't they just do one?
Well, I'm waiting on word from P-Dubs to see if we're collaborating on the second tournament. So there'll definitely be another walkabout tournament. But when I do talk to him, I do have some ideas if he wants to mix things up a little bit in the second one.
War 444. I think he's talking about going to see Maiden. So if you ever want to see Iron Maiden and you haven't seen Iron Maiden or you haven't seen Iron Maiden in a while, they are going to have they just announced their 2026 world tour. It's the second leg of their 50th anniversary tour. They're playing all the hits. They're playing Run to the Hills, Number of the Beast, the Wasted Years, Power Slave, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, Killers, like all of it. And this is the last scheduled bit of touring for them. They did say they're taking 2027 off. The rumor is they could be done after that. Nobody really knows for sure. So if you want to see Iron Maiden 2026, they're going to announce the US dates probably soon. You got to see them now because they're getting old, and that it is what it is. So I will throw that out there since we're talking about them. Do I like Metallica too? I liked Metallica until I discovered Iron Maiden. I like the Black Album. I like Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning is my favorite era of Metallica, and it's the first album I ever bought from them.
What's the other one? Kill Them All. I'm trying to think.
Well,
It's
that
the
was their
black and
first
red.
album. Kill 'Em All is
That was
their
good.
first one. Then Master of Puppets after Ride the Lightning, and then it went into like Black, and then after
It went
Black,
downhill after Black.
yeah, it kind of like load
Yeah,
and
the
reload.
Black album was
Mhm.
them trying to make a course correction.
The Black album has some really good moments. I remember when I
Yeah.
used to play hockey. I played hockey. We would listen to Sad But True and Inner Sandman before the game, and I can't. I mean, I like the Black album, but after that, it's like,
And Justice for All is a great album too.
that's an early album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember the one from To Kill Them All was Sting's theme song originally, in like WCW or something.
Seek and Destroy.
yeah. And that's how I started listening to that album, and I was like, oh, this is totally different than all the other albums.
Because they made because then they did for Sting, they did a new, like, it was a more modern version of Seek and Destroy. And it was awesome.
I guess we're just gonna have a music stream now.
That's what I said, Steps. Like you don't have to lock yourself into any one thing.
Yeah, hey,
Do
we
whatever
talk
you
about
want.
basic fun tonight, so that's a win-win, right?
God.
If you want to talk about Insane Clown Posse one week, you can have me back. I know a bit about them.
That would be funny. I should just do that. We'll just be like Insane Clown Posse one day. That'll be funny. I don't want to get myself in trouble though, because there's different Insane Clown Posse cliques, and then another clique may hate me, and I don't really have anything to do with it. Like
I know most of them, and I've been associated with some of the worst ones. But there's also nice ones that cliques that are more into like gaming and also board gamings, because ICP actually put out their own board games, which are at this point, to try to buy them, are really expensive. But yeah, I've gone to they had their own gaming event called DCG Con, and I was at the notorious one in Colorado that turned into like an all-out gang fight, and they had to shut the whole thing down after a day.
That's crazy.
A lot of people loving Masters of Puppets here. Now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. Now it looks like I'm wearing a music shirt. This is actually a roller coaster shirt. It was the farewell tour of the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket.
I thought it was some sort of like Crash Dummies.
See that? See what Gregory wrote there is actually a fact. Gregory's wife was wondering. She's like wondering why these people were coming up to me at gaming events and hugging me and stuff like that. And she's like, "Do you know who these people are?" I'm like, "Nah, it's like Juggalo stuff." And she liked the different shirts I wore every day of ICP albums. So I don't know what happened, but I guess one day she turned on ICP, and now Greg says every day that's when she's exercising, it's all Insane Clown Posse.
There's one song that was in one of your intros that I loved and I listened to for quite a while. I'm trying to remember. I mentioned it to you. It's slower. It's definitely not. It's not as dark. Oh.
Yeah, they have some stuff that's not,
because I knew nothing about it. Now I'm gonna look up what it was, because I'm pretty sure I probably Insane Clown Posse, right? Something with an F. Was it Freedom or something?
Oh, Freedom, yeah.
Is that the name of the song?
Fred Fury, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, they closed out a gathering that I was at with that show, and then we lit the whole place on fire and turned crazy.
Was it over a stapler?
No, it was outside, but the fire got a little. It's all on my channel if you ever want to see it. But it's like,
are you in a terrorist group?
I did not light the fire, but I did film it. But it's
Brooklyn
when they started throwing
the fire.
when they started throwing the gas tanks into it, that's when it exploded, and then they were just throwing fireworks into it, so you didn't know what direction they were going to shoot in.
Oh, jeez.
The views of Brooklyn Menace are not necessarily the views of Steps Turbo.
It's
Show.
not my look. I was just there, what am I going to not film it?
Brooklyn Menace is just a voluntary guest.
He's an innocent participant. That's all.
We were 5 days in, Steps. You start to get a little loopy on the 5th day, and crazy things happen.
Yes, I rode that roller coaster. I've been on that roller coaster about 10 times already. It's a new roller coaster just opened this year. That guy died on yesterday. It sounds like it sounds like he was partly paralyzed. He was in a wheelchair. He rode the ride 6 times, but it's apparent that a piece of metal hit him in the head, but we don't know where the metal came from, which is interesting. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be an investigation. I'm sure we're finally going to hear what it was. I will tell you that I didn't find the ride that intense. It's got a decent amount of airtime. It was a fun ride. It surprises me somebody died on it. It doesn't really it only has one upside down moment. It's very short. So I don't know. It surprised me. We'll see what it is. Could it be the fault of the manufacturer? Sure. I don't know. I can't speak to it other than the fact that I've been on it. It was a solid ride. I enjoyed it.
Can I answer Meatball Saucy's question and change the show subject again? Now we're going to go to VR talk. Yeah, Miracle Pool is excellent. So it's all MR. The pool table looks real. You put it in your house, wherever you want. And then if you play online with people, I played with Greg and Randy, aka my family, and they're in your house with you. You see them walking around inside your house around the pool table, and you shoot pool together.
The meta sale. Everything's going up. Has VR gone up? I saw Xbox going up a second time this year.
Consoles are going up, which is fine. It should be fine with all of us because we all own them all anyway. So it's just making the ones that we have more value. If you're gonna want to sell it
that way.
It's like how much? It's like $500 for a Series S now, and I think I got it for
that's dumb.
$200.
But VR games now, and for me, actually, VR they're going down because I'm not getting them anymore on launch date because I'm so sick of beating the games when they're still half broken, and then they fix them, and I already beat it. So by the time I get them, they're usually on sale, and they usually have been patched a bunch of times to improve the games.
Who is Brulin Menace?
Brulin. He's Brulin.
Should I have him on as a guest on the show? Brulin Menace? I'm just giving you crap, Meatball Saucy. I know you met Brooklyn. My favorite. Ricardo says his favorite ICP album has got to be The Great.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't really know much about ICP, The Great Milenko is going to be your favorite. It's their most popular album. I think that's what Greg's wife is listening to from some of the lyrics that Greg has said. I said, yeah, all right. She's listening to The Great Milenko.
Do you play pinball, Brooklyn?
Do I play pinball?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I go with I'm not as good as Gregory, but we go out to places and then he challenges me and beats me.
Do you play virtual pinball or just real pinball?
No, I love the virtual pinball. I haven't played it a lot. Like the last time I played it was there's more tables. Last time I played it was Tomb Raider and the last the first big Williams update. But I try to focus on one pinball machine at a time. So it's I like the fact that even the new ones, if you go in, they're still there. But I'm cool right now just playing the 3-minute trials on them before I purchase them because I'm not going to play them anyway.
And I'm assuming Nick's plays pinball.
Nick's plays way more than me.
I got that impression.
The Pinball FX
Nix
VR.
is like the top.
Absolutely.
Like Nix is beyond like the competitions that go on in this community. Like he's competing against like the top guys in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
insane some of the scores that have been put up that surpass mine. In that, it for me, that pinball experience is the next best thing to playing the real table. Because yeah, you have the three options, right? The real thing, the flat digital, and now this new experience with VR with the third dimension. And they really nailed it out of the park, in my opinion, with Pinball FX VR.
People are gonna laugh, but I started playing Devil's Crash pinball on the PC Engine. Oh my god,
That's
that
some
game
people's
is
favorite.
so damn. It's the best
Fantastic.
pinball game I've ever
Lots of
played.
fun.
It's the
That's
best I've ever played in my life. It's so
many
damn
people's
good.
favorite TurboGrafx game is Devil's Crush. So there's no shame in playing that.
Yeah, it's weird because it's called Devil Crush in the US, but Devil Crash in Japan. And the Devil Crash version has like pentagrams and stuff in it that they edited out of the US version. So I just
How
started playing
I want that version.
I started playing the Japanese version. Yeah, I did because I was like, why would I want the edited version? And so it's not much different, but the soundtrack is holy shit, and just like those druids that come out of the ground, and you have to hit all those moving druids. Oh my god, it is so cool. It has made me be like, maybe I do like pinball, or maybe I just like Devil's Crash.
I love pinball, but like I don't know how Nix does that because honestly, sometimes like if I'm actually doing good in pinball, which is rare, like eventually I just like drain. I just get bored and I just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done playing.
Yeah, it's endurance and consistency that gets you through. It helps the particular table that you're playing that keeps you engaged. Like some tables have just like a lot going on. Like a good example would be Medieval Madness. There's so much going on there that keeps you engaged, and that's how I can play some of these tables for long sessions, just because it keeps you interactive and makes you laugh and stuff like that. I really enjoy it.
Medieval Madness is one of the newer Williams like expansion packs to the VR. That's one of the ones I was playing, and what was a lot of fun is I was having some pretty long games on it where I probably would have thought I did good, but then compare it to everybody else's score, I'm still really low in the pack. But what was fun was playing it, and then that night going with Greg to a local arcade and then jumping on a real one. And that's what I always wonder. Like, I'd love to see like the difference of from playing it digital and then see the same people like Nick's play it on a real pinball.
It's different.
I don't know if it's different. You will know
It's
the game.
Very,
difference.
very, very close. Like it's not that.
I
much
played Adam's
noticeable.
Family digitally for a long time on the Xbox on Zen for a while, and then I went to like play the real. I played the real Adam's Family, and I was like, oh wow, like the physics were different. They weren't the same, at least for me at the time. Now, could it have updated and changed? Sure.
Nick says he doesn't nudge when he plays too, which is crazy. So he knows where to hit it on the flipper.
Rarely nudge. Yeah, because when you learn a table, you pay attention to where the ball hits off of the surfaces and where it's going to go. It's all the geometry and ball and speed play a factor into it as well. And growing pains is what you go through. Because yeah, I'll ball out and drain, and then I start realizing, okay, I can't hit the ball there. I got to hit it here. A good example would be Pinbot. That's a game that was just recently released, and there's a shot that I like to call the diamond, where you have to bank it off the side lights, and then it goes up, and then it banks off the blue ramp, and then comes back down over towards your right flipper. And that's a way I can kind of control the ball without having to get out of control, so I can stop it and then line up my shots. So if you can find that on a particular table that you're doing, you'll have greater success. It's all about control. Absolutely.
I'd love to go with Nick's to like bring him to like a real pinball place and put him on there and see what he could do.
I would love to play a real pinball machine. I have not been on a real table, and I can't remember how long. It's been so long.
All right, so I have a confession. Okay, I went to obviously after I went to Cincinnati, I went to Pittsburgh and saw Bruce Dickinson in Pittsburgh, and after the show ended, I went over to this bar and like they had pinball machines in there, and so they had King Kong, and I'm like, oh hell, I want to play King Kong, and because I wanted to try it because I want to see how it compared to Godzilla, and so I played it, and I think Godzilla's better. I'm not like I was like, oh, this is nothing on Godzilla, but it was fun to play.
It's fun. That ramp on the left is so confusing because it always looks like the ball's going to drain, but then Greg said, no, you can switch that lane. I didn't know you could do that, but I like King Kong. I played against Greg. He freaking destroyed me at it.
Do you prefer Godzilla or King Kong?
I like Godzilla better.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
But I would say that those two pinball machines would look beautiful side by side together.
If you were rich and had 30 grand to buy the pro version.
Right now, honestly, I've always said if it was Godzilla, because I'm a massive Godzilla fan, I collect every Godzilla movie ever made, like over the years. But if I had the choice of getting one pinball, it would 100% be Evil Dead over everything.
That table has Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla in it too, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you get when you get multi-ball.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I was like, oh.
I only heard it once, Steps, because I only got multi-ball once.
Thank you for your confession. You are healed. Well, it was like one of those things. I was like, oh, I got to play this. My friend wanted to see me play Street Fighter 2, and I played Street Fighter 2, but it was like Champions Edition, which I prefer Hyper. But the problem with going to like a real arcade versus like your own is that like the arcade sticks and buttons and things like that are usually really worn when you go out in public, and they have their quirks. So like I'm trying to pull off a spinny kick or Hadouken or whatever, and there's like a spot where it just doesn't hit right, and then you miss, and then you got to figure out the quirks that are with the arcade stick before you can play any damn good. Evil Dead is at the Pinball Gallery in Malvern, Brooklyn.
I see the topper on that thing. That's crazy.
We were at that one with the real Zim. We were at that one. I did the stupidest thing that night. So right by where Greg's area, you have the game gallery. So we had never gone there together. So Greg's like, we're going to Pinball Gallery. So I call Zim and I give him directions to the game gallery. And I go to the game gallery. We go in, we buy our time to be in there. And I'm like walking around like, where's Greg? And Greg was 45 miles away at the Pinball Gallery. So I had everyone go in, we paid, and then we're at the wrong place. And it wound up is where Zim is located. It would have been like he literally had to drive so far out of his way to come to the game gallery. And then we left. I felt bad. I was like, dude, let me just pay for the ticket because it was my mistake. And he was like, nah, man. Then he winds up giving Zim's a real nice guy. He gives his ticket to my son. He's like, come back another day, and just gives me. He's like, it's no big deal. And then we had to drive like an hour to where Greg was. So I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
It happens.
See, I'd like to go meet up with y'all, but if Greg's not going to be there, then I'll have to wait. I don't know. It'd be good to see everybody. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll probably go at some point. I know I'm going to Pittsburgh in a couple weeks again after I just went to Pittsburgh. But definitely the Philadelphia people I'd like to meet up with. I think I need to make it a point to go to too many games next year because I've never been to too many games. I've been to Portland. I think I'm going to Pittsburgh. I've been
Greg
to
and I,
Cleveland.
we did too many games together. After day 2, checkout girl, his wife, was tapped out. Like she kept, we were doing stuff like going to panels, and then you just saw her sitting there like, really? Are we gonna sit here watching this? So we would just leave. So
Why
and
did you
then,
go then?
well, she likes games, but I just think that like not as much as us, you know. And then
That sounds awful. Neck fusion.
so
surgery.
she stayed home when we went out to New York a few weeks back, met up with Rich Wadello and a viewer of all of our channels, this guy Mike, and he comes out to hang out with me over there, and we just did one day, and it was enough. Like we were cool, like, and we had a good time over there.
Is there any any pinball people that you could meet up in Toronto next or no?
Oh, probably. But yeah, Toronto's probably about a good hour and a bit away from me. It's such a busy city. I usually take a train in if I ever go to Toronto. It's expensive though. Big city. But I usually go from time to time, at least once a year, to go catch a Blue Jay game. So again, yeah, it's an awesome city.
You know, it's so dumb, Steps. Like my parents call me, and my mom is like gushing over Gregory. Like, what about me? Screw that guy.
Really?
Like, oh, your friend Gregory is such a nice guy.
My mom used to do that when I was growing up. Why can't you be more like the neighbor's kid? It's like, oh, well, you know, F you too. Maybe if you would have given me some better genes, I could have been more like the neighbor kid.
Mike is probably watching this show, but you'll never see him in the chat room because he doesn't know how to use technology. He just watches us on his TV.
You know, I wonder if anybody ever watches us on CRTs. Like, I want to be on a CRT TV.
I'm sure Mike does.
Yeah. Oh, damn! I just fell into a new trap. That's all it was. I went from buying particle board arcades to buying old technology.
You upgraded.
It feels like it. Honestly, it does. I'm a lot happier.
Feels like it's a fact.
Yeah, definitely is a fact.
Yeah,
but
Nick's is about to go live in 9 minutes, and he's here. It's like a Nick's marathon tonight.
Yeah,
It won't be a done.
We'll
Takes a bit to slap that together.
We'll wrap it up here in the next few minutes. Well, Zod Rider, what do you have going on next week?
Well, I'm in the process of trying to finish up my movie. I got that going on, and I guess I'll be here Friday for sure.
We'll have to figure out what we're going to talk about. Today was like, we're going to have an hour show on Toaplan and then 50 minutes on whatever.
The variety. Oh yeah.
The variety hour. So
Retro Nitro. All right.
Nix is going to stream Helldivers pretty close to right after this stream.
Cool.
That sounds like a Dio song. A Holy Diver.
Holy yeah. Yeah.
Holy
That actually, that song's good when you're playing that game too. Yeah, when you have that playing in the background.
the NES game, Holy Diver. Remember that one?
There's a game called Holy Diver. I just hear Holy Diver and I can hear that voice in my head. I could not sing it and do
Of
it
the
justice,
song
but it's such a
by
good
Dido.
damn song. Oh, look, KFB is talking about how awesome Tomato Sauce's channel is. Check out Tomato Sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce.
Is he talking to himself in the chat room?
I wasn't gonna call it
What the
out.
fuck is wrong with
Thanks,
you, dude?
bro.
I was gonna do Pop
He's
so
thanking
badly.
himself?
I
Oh,
was gonna do him a
tomato.
solid and not say anything, but you had to throw him under the bus.
I should start doing that on my own channel. So get some conversation going. I'll just talk to myself.
Do you stream every Friday, Nix?
When I feel like it, I guess.
When you feel like it. All right.
Yeah,
So sometimes in
exactly.
the middle of the week.
Yeah, because I don't like to be tied down to any particular thing.
Are you like Brooklyn Menace? Do you stream in the middle of the night?
Oh God, not the middle of the night. You gotta sleep sometime.
I think I started
time to
playing.
sleep.
I started playing. I think it was like 10 o'clock, and I stopped at 2, and then I fell asleep watching the first 48. Woke up at 5, and then turned the game back on and played till 6.
You were streaming or at 5
Oh,
a.m.?
God.
I do stream it, but I stream it on private, and then I just put it up. The 6-hour stream I did playing it, yeah, that was live.
And
Marathon.
so Brooklyn's week next week is going to be streaming every night after midnight, probably. No.
Well, I'm hoping to get through Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
And then I want to finish Rune Factory. I do have the new DLC for Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I hear plays like a roguelike, and I like that style, so I want to try that. But I have subject of the show tonight is shoot 'em ups. I have easily over 100 physical shoot 'em ups, and I just keep them sealed until I'm ready to play them once. And then I played Under Defeat last week, one of my new physicals that I got from Clear River Games. That was awesome. And I played Anger Force, which is only available on digital. That was introduced to me by Gregory, and that game is also awesome. But I got a huge library to play through. What I like about shoot 'em ups is like you know, most of them, except for some of them are long, but most of them, especially like the arcade ones, you can pop them in. Sometimes I'll play through the game like 2 or 3 times. Because like after I play through it like one time, I start to understand the rules of it better. And a lot of these physical editions will have multi versions of the games and remixes and the arcade version or a modernized version of it. So I just will sit there and play them all.
Brooklyn Menace, random streams all the time.
Random streams, and a lot of people keep asking me to bring back my live show, but I don't want to dedicate myself to anything. But you can catch me popping up on other people's shows. I'm on here with Steps every once in a while. I'm on the Open Fridge show with Gamer Fridge a lot. I was just recently on Perfect Storm Gaming, I think, last week. I was on Galaga Guy show. So I just pop around on people's shows. I just sit here, Steps, with the lights on, with the mic in front of me, just waiting for the call. So
I'm excited we got to do this one. We had to wait an extra week, but I'm excited. I hope everything is going well with your family. And so and then me, edited videos on Sunday and live streams on Fridays at 7. My videos drop at 10 a.m. and I'm staying consistent with it. Some videos are more popular than others, but check them all out. They're all good. the one last week I filmed in a hotel, but I thought the story was really good.
I liked it.
Message.
I liked the message.
I was like, shit, I had no time to edit a video this week, but I wanted to do that video, so I just shot it at 2 a.m. after I got back from the bar playing King Kong in Pittsburgh. I feel like I'm in a hotel like more days than that anymore. It's getting old. And I'm not even going to theme parks anymore. But check out Nick's Reviews. Subscribe to Nick's Reviews. I think it's always weird trying to point to the person. You could see him. He's in the lower corner there. And Brooklyn Menace. See, Brooklyn Menace. Subscribe to Brooklyn Menace. Subscribe to the Zod Rider. And maybe I should send Zod Rider that new logo that ChatGPT came up with. And we will see you guys next time, Beyond the Beyond.